Hi, and welcome to a tutorial on Hypertext Markup Language, or in short, HTML. In today's tutorial, I will be going over the head element. Before we go into that though, let's describe what an HTML element is. An HTML element are individual components of an HTML document or web page. As you can see, over here on the left side, I have a simple HTML template. I have a head tag and a body tag. This head tag represents a head element. This body tag represents a body element. Within this head element, we can have other elements, such as a title element, which goes inside of a title tag. To close that title tag with a forward slash, then we have a meta element, which stands for metadata. This, however, does not have a closing tag to it. Within the title tag, or title element, this is where we give our web page a title. So I'm going to give our web page the title Introduction. Within the meta, we can have attributes. Attributes are a modifier of an HTML element. It means that it modifies the element. Within the meta tag, we can have an attribute called charset. And the charset is nothing more than setting the character set that the web page will use to decode our HTML document. The standard for this is UTF-8, which means 8 bits. We can then have another meta element by creating a tag again. And we can have other attributes such as name, which specify page description, keywords, and author. If we want to do a description, we set that equals to description. And note all of this goes inside of these quotation marks. We can then have an attribute called content. Set that equal to something that also goes inside of quotes. What goes inside the content is nothing more than the description of the page because it's based off the name. In other words, we're going to give the description of the page in the content. So we're going to describe the content as this is an introduction to the head element. We then can create another meta tag, and we can give it a name equals, and in this case we want to give keywords that are involved with our web page. So we're going to set that equal to keywords. We're going to use content again. We're going to give our web page a content for keywords. So on this page, we have a keyword of head, we have a keyword of title, we have a keyword of meta. So this content is defining what our keywords are. We then can create another meta element. Inside this meta element, we'll go name equals, and we can give the author of the web page. We do that by simply writing author. And in the content, we will put the author's name. In this case, I'm just going to put Bob Jones. Now what I forgot in my tutorial number 1 is the extension we need to save HTML files. So if we go save as, it will be a .html extension, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. We can save that. Go ahead and hit yes. Refresh the page, and as you can see up here, this changed. This didn't used to say introduction exclamation point. It used to say introduction.html. And where it says introduction exclamation point, that's because of the title. In closing, today I have gone over the head element. In the head element, we can have a title element that gives a title to our web page, and we can have a meta element that describes the content of our web page. And just a quick note, none of this information will be displayed on the web page. That is because the head tag is always hidden. It is only to define our web page. Inside the body tag is where the content of our page will be written. Thank you for watching.